Flags, banners, standards. These symbols have inspired us for thousands of years, from the stars and stripes to the Roman aquila, to the 8 banners of ancient China. But to Loren, flags are more than a symbol. They are a way to worship.
Well, I just enjoy being able to dance with flags and get lost in the experience of worshiping God.
Loren has overcome in her journey to find true worship through self-expression, but this has been a road marked with disapproval and self-doubt.
I was raised in a Baptist church where we all held hymnals and you don't ever clap.
Loren began attending a more charismatic church and found freedom of worship for the first time, or so she thought.
Here I was actually dancing, and I was swaying a little bit back and forth, and one of the associate pastor's wives came and told me to tone it down and that I need to consider what other people might think of my dancing. So I was looking at the little brochures on the table out in the foyer, trying to control my emotions, and then the lady that's over the head of prayer came to me and she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, yeah, I'm okay. And she goes, "No, you're not okay." And that's when I started really bawling and couldn't breathe. And she said, "To the Lord, He sees your heart, and He thinks that how you're stepping out and being freer is wonderful and beautiful to Him."
After hearing this, Loren began looking for a new way to dance and worship.
I went to a Friday night service, and there someone had laid out flags all over the pews, and I'd never really seen one or touched one before, and I picked one up and started dancing with it. I don't really think I thought much through it. I just thought, well, I like dancing with these flags, and this is a cool way to worship God.
As time went by, Loren got married and became part of a new church.
I think the biggest problem people have with flags is they think they're weird, and they just don't fit the service. They take away, they don't add to the service. The thing about Loren is that she does add to the service. It brings a level of energy. It's almost like a lighting show with cloth.
Just suggested to him, "Well, what do you think about me being behind the band?" And he goes, "Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Why don't you give that a try?"
For me, it was really cool to see Loren move from the back, worshiping up on the stage. There was an honoring of what God had put on her life and an acceptance of it.
Times are hard, and the world is full of hurting people. Loren dances in a dry and barren land to bring a message of hope and deliverance.
She kind of loses herself, which is a good thing. Most people don't think losing yourself is a good thing, but giving yourself more fully is probably a better word, in worship.
Worship is an action, a conduit, a symbol that there's a world bigger than each of us, and a God who wants to set each of us free.